I've been riding with this CarPlay unit for the last 12,000 kilometers, switching back and forth between these two bikes. And here are some of my findings, from good to the not so good. Carpuride has sent me these devices for free, but I'm still going to be 100% honest about my findings, and I hope you and Carpuride can respect that. Let's start with the positives. This screen is a game changer for me. After using just the phone for navigation, the difference is night and day. It's incredibly bright and perfectly readable whether I'm riding in Montenegro with the direct sunlight, Estonian heavy rain, or dealing with the freezing Finnish winter. The performance never lags no matter how hot or cold it gets. The second best thing is the simplicity. Instead of managing a separate GPS unit, all my maps and routes live on my phone. I can plan a trip from the toilet, and when I walk up to the bike, everything is just ready to go. Without having to transfer files, download maps, or share internet connectivity to the navigator at any point before or during the trip. Over the last year, I've mostly relied on Osmand, Stegra, and Google Maps. They all work well, but each has its rare but occasional quirk, especially when mirrored to the CarPlay display. So Apple seems to not be able to make this, or this is a Google Maps issue probably, but you just can't press start from the screen, even though you have the navigation set. So what you have to do, you have to take the phone out, which is exactly the thing you shouldn't be needing to do if you buy this kind of device. So now I need to cancel and restart. No, it still doesn't work. Okay, so now I need to kill the app, open Google Maps, couldn't open map. Okay, fine. And now let's try the restart, open in Google Maps, and now it works. So you kind of have to go through that kind of technology dance to get it to work. And when you are in a view like this, you kind of want to just focus on the riding and focus on the view. You don't want to fiddle around with this machine every single time you stop and start going again. So that's really annoying. It's weird that Google and Apple, massive companies, they can't get this thing right. And I have to say, it doesn't do this every single time. Sometimes it bugs in a different way, and sometimes it actually works like it's supposed to. So it's really, really strange. My one gripe with CarPlay in general is the zoom buttons. Because of Apple's restrictions, there is no pinch to zoom on CarPlay maps. So you're stuck hitting these tiny icons. It's a real chore with gloves on. It's one area where a high-end GPS tablet has a clear advantage. But you also get a much higher price tag. My third minor gripe is with the base maps. On apps like Osmand, smaller trails vanish pretty quickly when you zoom out. The resolution should be there. The software just needs to do a better job of showing that detail across different zoom levels. Stegra is superior here, providing a wider view where even minor pathways remain clear for easier pathfinding. Here you can see the smaller pathways remain visible in the Stegra app at least 2 zoom levels wider. So Stegra for the win in this case. It's important to note that any app glitches are the fault of the individual app developers, not the Carpuride unit itself. I've been happy with my selection of apps, but there are dozens of different applications to pick from. And finally, the original mount didn't hold up well to off-roading. It would always work itself loose, so I ended up fixing it with some epoxy glue. And when I told Carpuride, they said they would look into improving the design. Hopefully This will keep it from moving around and deforming the plastic around it, so it would stick for longer. But yeah, this single point of contact to this device is just not strong enough. That actually brings me neatly to the new unit they sent over, which is supposed to be a lot better. Functionally, it's the same device, but it has a new quick release mount. That's great for parking in shady areas since you can just pop the screen off. The base itself is also improved. It's wider for a more secure grip, and it uses 2 mounting screws instead of 1, which should hopefully resolve the loosening issue I had. The fitment is really tight on this new mount, so even without any screws here, it doesn't move at all. So it should be much more sturdy compared to the old one. The middle part doesn't have a screw, but it has the indentation. So it's any sideway play or anything like that, even this one is helping here. So these screws are gonna keep the device from turning side to side. When you're riding, even off-roading, the mount is gonna be much better. The new unit also comes with tire pressure sensors if you pick them. They are a simple screw-on fit and they paired with the Carpuride automatically. Now pressure, temperature and battery voltage also up right there on the main screen. The sensors are an optional extra, but they are affordable. For me, it's really useful to get a quick pressure check before a ride without any hassle. The new controller makes powering the unit on and off, answering calls and switching between CarPlay and the main menu much easier. Just note that unfortunately you can't control maps with it. I tried custom mapping it to Osmand, but it doesn't recognize these buttons at all. It does also pull a bit of battery from your phone, so be ready to charge it sometimes from a battery bank or your bike's USB outlet. On longer rides especially. But in summary, especially considering the price, I have been mostly happy with the Carpuride setup. It has its drawbacks, like everything in life, but it is the system I'm going to be using in the future as well. If you're interested in getting one for yourself, I'll put all the information in the video description and pinned comment below. I think the code Bandits is still going to get you minus 30% from their navigator offering. So be sure to use that code to get that discount. Don't pay the full price. Thanks for watching, and if I don't do any more content this year, happy holidays and have a nice New Year's. Bye.